Hi guys, my name is Nicholas, and here I have your questions that you sent us on our website. I will read these questions to Olga Saiko, our communications expert. Well, Olga, first question is from Mr. Rishi. He asks, how can I avoid SIMs blocking without SIM using and SIM bank using? Because in SIM bank, SIMs also block things.
Well, so to avoid SIM blocking issue, you need to make the maximum human behavior simulation. Well, what does it mean? So, let's imagine the real human makes a lot of incoming calls and outgoing calls and receive incoming calls, I mean. Also, the real human sends SMS. The real human use internet and other operator services. The real human has like a mobile family. So what does it mean? It means a list of numbers to which this human calls every day. So the real human also sometimes changes the places from which he calls. For example, half of the day he is at work and he makes some calls from one special place where his work is. And so in the evening he comes home and makes some calls from his house. So all these things the real terminator should know before doing the termination. So now we can understand, we can make a picture what should gateway do to avoid SIM blocking. So first of all, calls should come from different places. How can we reach it? It's very easy. Even if you don't use SIM box, you just should have a little amount of channels, but in different locations. So, for example, in the city center one, and another one to different location area. For example, not a little bit far away from the city center, and the third gateway will be at another part of the city. And in such way, if you have a good equipment with good software, you will be able to make the order of these calls. For example, so some part of calls goes to the gateway which is at the first place in this city. Another part of the calls goes to the gateway which is in the city center. And the third part of the calls goes to the third place where your gateways are located. In such way, it looks for the operator like the real human is working a half of the day, then he is passing by through the city center, for example, and goes to his favorite supermarket, and then he goes home. By the way, with a good equipment provider, you can reach it and it won't cost you much, because good equipment providers has different gateways with different range of channels. So, for example, with Antrax, you are able to buy our 2U solutions, 2U gateways, and you will be able to place 8 channels in 3 parts of the city. And you will have 24 channels together. This is as for migration. Also, very important thing is for you to send SMSs for your SIM cards received receive SMS. How does Antrax reach this? We are able to make your SIM cards send SMS to each other. The text of this SMS is your own imagination, so you can make the logic when your SIMs have the real conversation actually. Also your SIMs should receive incoming calls, of course. Antrax can make it in such way that one of your SIM card will call to your another SIM card. All this you can do even not having your SIM bank separated. But actually, you should understand that SIM bank it's also a very good thing. Just you should have all the rules how to avoid SIM blocking you should have all the rules how to avoid SIM blocking together, not just rely on SIM box and on the fact that you are using it. That's why no single SIM card should be blocked. But as for SIM box, it provides you with additional comfort. For example, in SIM box of Antrax, you will be able to have all your SIM cards together of different mobile operators. Well, so when you have your gateways not only in different places of your city, but when you have it even in different countries, for example, one in Albania and another one in Cambodia, you're able to keep your SIM box with you whenever you want. For even in the third country, for example, Morocco, and you will be able to keep in this SIM box SIM cards of both operators of these different countries, of Albanian operator and of Cambodian operator. And so what does it mean? What additional comfort does it give you? You are able to change your SIM cards, keeping SIM box near you, and so all your technical guy won't need to go to Albania and then to go to Cambodia. So it saves your money. And actually, the aim of the real businessman is not only to gain money, but to save money as well. So this is as for SIM box. Of course, you should mind that not only rules which helps you to avoid anti-fraud. Not only human behavior parameters helps you to avoid anti-fraud, but also you should be open-minded and very accurate when you're preparing for termination. What does it mean? It means that you should be well known how to buy SIM cards correctly, how to activate them, where to activate them, and where to buy SIM cards. So that's why you should look for SIM card suppliers. You should buy, or these suppliers should buy your SIM cards in different places of your city. For you to have SIM cards of different serial numbers. And also you should activate these SIM cards from different IMEI, from devices with different IMEI. That's why we strongly recommend activate SIM cards in our SIM box. This is, by the way, one more reason why you should have it. Because with Antrax, you are able to generate different IMEI and make the settings this way that every SIM card which you put in the SIM box will be activated from different IMEI. Well, also you should know that there is such thing as robot dialing. What does it mean? It means that some operators are trying to detect fraud SIM cards by calling to them. So there are special robots, machines which are calling to these SIM cards and trying to detect if this person is real or not, if the subscriber is real or not. So what you can do in this case? In this case, we provide our customers with a special anti-spam project. It means that also you make the settings as per special parameters. For example, if one and the same number, so the number of originator, is calling to another number for 10 times or for a very short period, for example 1 minute, so then this number is automatically detected and it gets to gray list. And it means that then your SIM cards won't be able to get call from this number. If this case will never appear again, then this number comes out from the gray list. But if this happens again in some period of time as well, then it comes to blacklist, and you will be able to remove this number from the blacklist only by yourself, not automatically. It's quite a nice thing, but you should mind that you should in such a way you will get some list of these numbers. It calls white, gray or black lists only by your experience. So you work, you get some calls from such numbers of operators and you get them in your list. So this process needs some time and your help as well. But sometimes some companies which try to help their customers sometimes share such gray and white and black lists with their partners. So Flames Group is ready to help our customers. Of course, we can't say that we have such lists of every country in the world, but we are trying to expand this list every day, because as you know, we work not only like a equipment or like a GSM Termination solution provider, but we are also VoIP partner. That's why we work with a lot of great terminators, with a lot of tier 2 companies, with a lot of tier 3 companies, and we are able to share such lists and some information with our partners. So I think that it's a good thing that we and our partners in VoIP sphere are trying to help each other. Well, and moreover, we know we have one more feature which helps. It's a new one, and it really helps to avoid dialing robots. When you get such incoming call from operator, you're able to redirect it to the real phone number, for example, of your office phone, where your NOC will be sitting and answering such calls. In such way, operator will get the real answer from the real subscriber, will be able even to have a talk with him, and this SIM card can't be blocked at all. Well, actually it's not easy to talk about this question because it's the main problem of all GSM terminators nowadays. And so we are always open for discussion. We are always ready to help our customers, to provide them with the full information how they should prepare for termination step by step to avoid some blocking in the future. So just you should contact us on our website, and we will be ready to give a free consultation to you.
Interesting, Olga. Next question is from Jama. How do they redirect SIM card in the device to some other telephone number?
Well, this question needs some elaboration. So, dear customer, please can you contact us again, for example in our online chat, or you can just leave your request on our website and tell me such thing. So you need to know if this is possible to change the number of the SIM card which is calling in Antrax, or you just mean that you need the call to come to Antrax and then to be redirected to some other line or some other phone. So please elaborate this, and only then I will be able to answer this question.
Well, next question is from Mr. Pajib. He asks, how to choose the best investment in terminal call business? What important elements should have your business plan in order to have a financial partner for this business? Which internet speed is necessary for the call termination business?
So, dear Pajab, to start your GSM termination business effectively, you need just the simple things like a good internet connection, electricity, the place where you will be doing the termination, so where you will place your gateways and SIM box, and actually the equipment itself. You should mind that equipment should consist of architectural part, so I mean the hardware gateways and the SIM boxes, and software. You should mind that software sometimes should include also such thing like a soft switch, so it's like a virtual PBX to redirect your calls to your clients, and actually that's all. So to make an effective business plan, you just should know. First of all, you should decide for yourself in what country is it good now to make the investment and to start the GSM termination business. How can you get to know this? You just should find the information in the internet. What is the price of international call to this country? Actually, a lot of VoIP companies, nowadays there are a lot of VoIP companies who give this information on their sites. So what country, what operator you should choose? You should choose the country and operator which international call cost is nowadays the highest. So for example, Cuba has been always very expensive route. So nowadays it's around 30 cents dollar. And so on. So you should choose the most profitable route for you. Then what should you do next? You should think if there is any possibility for you to place your gateways there, because you should understand that you should have some person which you can rely on in this country. And some person who also has some technical knowledge. So if you have such person, then it's good, and you should decide what tariff plan of the local calls it will be better for you to choose. So you should also. So what should you do? You should also search for this information in the internet, or ask this person who is in that country, for example in Cuba, to search for the best tariff plan of calls inside the network. So, for example, there are a lot of tariff plans where the calls inside the network are free. So you should have. So now we have two main parameters. You should choose the cheapest or even free tariff plan inside the network, and the cost of the international call to this country should be the highest. Да, the highest.
Ладно, а как ты думаешь?
Route. Да.
Просто, имя сервер, роу, потом все-таки понял, что это раут. Не, я не знаю, это имя.
А чего вообще root? Root, он, то есть вообще если русифицированно говорить, то его все root вообще называют.
Ну ладно, давай, тоже все. А на чем ты остановилась?
В принципе, там не длинное предложение. So you should know two main parameters. First of all, you should choose the tariff plan inside the network with the low cost or even free, and at the same time the international cost of the call to this country should be the highest. So after you choose the tariff plan and decide where you can buy these SIM cards, because you should know that you should find some SIM card provider, because sometimes in some countries it's not easy to buy at once a lot of SIM cards from one point, and actually then you should decide just a few more little things like internet provider, because you should have a very good internet provider. You should understand that that your internet should be around 42 kilobytes per second for each channel, and it's actually minimal. So when you solve all your questions with SIM cards, with the place where you will put your gateways. By the way, as for the places, it's important for this place to be secure place. So of course not your personal apartment, not your house. It should be some office, and it will be even better if this office will be not just office where you constantly go every day, but some office which you rent specially for these purposes. Also, it can be some server rooms, some collocation area which you rent, and it's important for all these places to be in such part of the city where a large traffic of people goes every day. So some supermarket nearby, some big mall, and so on and so forth. So when you solve all these questions, it's just important for you to choose a good equipment provider. As for equipment provider, you should understand that it's much better to find the provider which produces not only hardware but software as well. Because then when you buy very cheap equipment and then you think, well, maybe there are some solutions nowadays which can provide me with software, and it seems to be cheaper than to buy all in one. Well, unfortunately, then you understand that it makes no sense, because when you buy the equipment, the hardware from one producer and software from another producer, then your software producer takes no responsibility for your hardware and vice versa. So your software producer will tell that your hardware producer is guilty that your solution doesn't work, and your hardware producer will tell that your software is not good. So it's better to buy solutions all in one. Also, you should understand that you will need a soft switch solution and billing as well. Because billing makes accounting how much money which customer owes you and so on. And soft switch makes the routing, which call goes to which customer, and so it's very important things as well. So you should understand that companies which don't tell you that they will provide you with these solutions like billing and soft switch as well, you will have to spend some money on these things as well, and so you should put them in your business plan as well. So what can I tell? Of course, as any business, this business needs some investment, but when you just look at the tariff plans of international calls, you will understand that it is really good and profitable business nowadays, and you will be able. You have everything to not only return your investments, but even to make a good profit in 2 months after your purchasing of the equipment.
Well, Mr. Tenekam Raul asks, what makes Antrax different from the other manufacturers of gateway?
So when customers ask us this question, we usually tell that the main advantage of Antrax is that we provide our customers not only with gateways, not with inboxes, not even with software, and even not with the full solution for GSM Termination. We provide them with full business. It means that we not only sell and even not only sell and install. We follow with our client from step to step. It means that we help our client to choose the best area for their termination, to choose the best internet provider, best tariff plan, make the full business plan with him, and then after the software is installed, we even are ready to provide our customer with soft switch, with black and white and gray lists, and even with some logic parameters. Of course, if we already have some knowledge as for this. Even if not, we are ready to develop them with our customer. So the effective business of our customer, it's our business.
Well, the next question is from Mr. Asen. I want to start call termination. What I need to do first?
Well, actually, I told a lot of this question already, but so personally for Sam, I can tell the main things which he needs to do to start the effective GSM termination business. So, you should first of all choose the country where your calls will be going and where you place actually your equipment. So while choosing, please mind that you will need a technical person there, and of course you should trust this person if you personally won't be able to be in this country or near this country. Also, you need to choose this country by the cost of international calls there, because upon this depends your profit. If the international call nowadays to this country is expensive, then your margin will be more.
Well, the next question is from Mr. Ali. He asks, can you deliver your product to Zimbabwe?
Well, it's a good question because I know that a lot of our customers are interested in our delivery services as well. So actually, yeah, we can deliver our product to any country worldwide, and actually such famous delivery services as DHL, FedEx, TNT and so on are our good partners, and we have even some good discounts from them.
The next question is from Alicia. Olga, what do you think about GSM termination? Is it good business and it has a good purpose or not?
Well, so personally I believe that every day of my life and every day of my working day I do really great and good things. Why? Because nowadays people to call to their relatives to other countries, in order at least to hear their voice, they spend and they pay a huge amount of money, Well, so to whom they pay this money? To international operators who actually earn a lot but spend much less. So, nowadays the connection became very cheap. So nowadays it needs actually only internet. So why should people pay such huge amounts of money to the operators? So our solution for GSM Termination is for these people who wants to become a part of us and who wants to help people as well. So actually our mission is to help people to be economical in the period of crisis.
Well, thanks a lot for your answers. Well, guys, thanks a lot for your questions. We have chosen the best ones, but we will answer to all your questions and we will publish it on our website. Bye bye.